Just gonna give it a couple of seconds. Okay. Hey, multiverse friends. Wow, it's been quite a while. Yeah. So during my content creating little journey, I kind of hit some bumps in the roads here in real life, and reality just came shattering down for a couple of months, and I am sort of fully healed from everything, but I kind of want to just talk about what has happened to me and kind of catch up on everything, really. For starters, I graduated. I'm in the big leagues now with Sonic Animation YT, Jay the Hedgehog, Tank, Cameron. I'm now officially technically out of high school. I'm also 18. I'm an adult now. Yeah. Oh, and Strike, of course. Don't forget Cozy as well. I haven't talked to that guy in a while. I wonder if he's good. But yeah. For starters, though, I do want to bring the big elephant in the room for some people that have asked me and people that are questioning what has been happening. The last girlfriend I had, um, sadly, we broke up, um, which is also going to go into the thing I'm about to talk about. I will not explain what happened exactly. I will just say that we broke up and I was in a bad place, you could say. And yeah. But then I'll also talk about my new girlfriend who, sorry, like every time I keep thinking about her, I just get butterflies and all that stuff. And like, I don't know, but let's catch up a little bit. Let's get a little recall. So we broke up, and I was in a dark place at some point. I specifically said I wanted to go out with a blast for my final year of high school. I sort of got that. But through that breakup, I pursued a persona, this so called the guy in red and black, I guess you could say. I got an e bike and I found something that made me feel better. Just going around my area, riding on my bike, listening to music, feeling that breeze, that wind that felt on my face. That was more like coping to me, and it got me better. And then I met some amazing new friends online, and then I graduated. I graduated, and leaving the moment that I turned, or should I say, I threw my cap into the air, every weight, every pain, every burden that I had throughout my 4 year of high school, in that school, I would be relief that all of that will finally go away. But I shouldn't fully forget it because what I went through, I cannot explain in details because this is something very personal. But from what I went through in high school, has been a lot of pressure, as well as trying to get like schoolwork done or getting your tests like in good like high scores just to pass your class and all that stuff. That I mean, it was a lot, but I made it through. And at some point, I was still making videos. I was still working on Takachi and all that stuff. Um, but here's a little lesson: when you're still a teenager, you're in high school, especially in high school. Middle school, it's not that much serious, but when you're in high school, when you have to deal with, especially if you're like a junior or sophomore and then you go into your senior year, When you have to deal with a relationship, you got like school drama, and then you have to deal with so much incomplete work. You have to study for tests, stay up late, do your projects, all that stuff. It really does take a toll on you. And something that I didn't do that I started doing now is putting myself first. And my new girlfriend, I'll call her by her username, but her name's Shiro. But there were a lot of things that I started doing on my own, or like help, like trying to improve myself better. And Shiro gave me motivation during my breakup, or like during my breakup. After my breakup, I was in my depression state during high school. Shiro was there for me, and a lot of my other friends were. When my old gang was like not able to, and I don't. There's nothing wrong with that because of course they're way older than me, so of course they got a lot of other stuff to deal with. But back onto what I was saying, it's just when you have all of that on you, it really does take a toll on you. And when you have people in your school that doesn't like you for some allegation or for things that you do, how you act, what you say, how you look. But then those were like problems I dealt with. But then I found a way to keep going. And the truth is, it was love. But not only love, it was also my future, my family, my career. What did I want to pursue? What personal goals did I have? And who were the friends that stayed by my side, that helped raise me up, who helped me raise myself up? A lot of people say that we're all different. And a lot of people say that we all don't experience the same things. The truth is, we all have things that are similar in any way, actually. For my last relationship, I gave that person a lot of chances. I kept putting her first instead of putting me first. I always took care of her. But then some bad things happened. I had to let her go because if I kept staying, I was going to be hurt too much. And I didn't want that for that person. I didn't want to stay with a person that I can no longer be happy with. And I know that person is already changing, trying to be a better person than how they were. If that person was right here right now, I would say, you've already changed, but you have to make sure you don't do those mistakes again. Maybe, you know, as the saying goes for couples that break up, maybe in another life things were better. But the mistakes you do now doesn't make you a bad person. It just means you made a bad choice. To me, it's better off moving on. Because if you keep holding on, you're just gonna keep hurting. And that's what happened to me, to be honest. When I broke up with that person, I was in a tough space. I was still hurt from the things that that person did, the choices they made. But I know deep down that there will be someone else for me. And I found someone else. Shiro became part of my daily routine, a person that I would just talk 24/7, be on call with. And I made a promise to them. I made a promise that one day I will see them. But first, we have a few obstacles ahead of us. Right now, I know she has school. She's probably thinking, "Oh, maybe I fell asleep." No, I didn't. No. I hope one day, maybe if I do like a late night stream, um, probably it would be with the gang again, and probably I can introduce my girlfriend to you guys. I hope so, Billy Joe. That brings into the next factor. I do want to talk about something that might be a good advice for some people. Like this is just my personal opinion based on my experiences, but when it comes to love, when you find someone, sometimes when you meet someone, in the end, it doesn't really turn out good. And sometimes it just takes time to find that one person that you're really looking for. Whether it's someone who you just, whether it's someone who is like in good condition, they got good physique, they got, you know, they're probably rich or something. Or maybe it's by personality, they got, like, they're really nice, or they're caring. Or maybe it's someone that wants to match with your vibe. The truth is, we will find people like that. But in order to make things work between the two of you, sometimes you need to be honest, you need to commit, have loyalty, respect for each other. That's how you can make things work, not making it about one person, let alone putting your priority to one person. I made that mistake, and I'm not gonna make it again. I'm not gonna make that again because I know what I went through and how long it took me to get over it too. It wasn't one, two, three. It wasn't like days. No, it took like months. Months. It took me months, man. Always remember that. And when it's a bad stuff like cheating, when you cheat, that's a choice. It's never based on accidents. There's never accidents of that. If you're in a relationship with someone, don't cheat on your partner. If you don't love them anymore, and I mean not the sparks, like, oh, the jolly and fun times, that feeling that you get when you're in love, when that's gone, that just means like you're really in love. But like it doesn't feel like that anymore. What it basically means that your body's kind of used to this feeling, so everything just seems normal now. Like it's just not there, but it's really there. It's really there. What I mean is when you really don't love the person, when you know that you don't love this person anymore, you don't cheat. You tell them, and it's your choice if you want to break up. I got really inspired by that one song that Michael Jackson made. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and me and for the entire human race. I want to spread love, joy, and happiness. I've always wanted to do that. Even with the previous friends I've made, even the previous exes I was with, I've always wanted to spread positivity. Always wanted to be generous or like caring. And I've always put my effort into it. There are times where someone was like that, but no. I do something. I shouldn't ask anything in return. Good things will come back to me. That's how I think now. There's times when I think about the past, but I've also started thinking about what's happening now. Who are the people I have now, and how far I've came. Back then, freshman year, I was just a kid, or sort of, I guess. I had these ideas with the kid powers, a series that I really wanted to be like a long series. Something out of an idea. What if a kid gained powers to protect the multiverse? Something that was my own. I think I think all of these happened to me for a reason. It I am also religious, so to me it was like maybe God was trying to tell me something. You're not meant to have some things, but okay, that kind of sound wrong, but I think God was trying to tell me like these things that happened to me were lessons that I needed to learn to be ready to face into the real world. Whatever comes ahead of me, I'll be ready. I have to be because now I have a goal. I have a goal to meet the person I love most right now. The girl who the girl who gives me so much hope, so much love and so much happiness. I made a promise to that person. I'm gonna make a whole vlog about it too. And I will fulfill it. I will fulfill my promise to Shiro. Pretty much that's what happened to me. And now that was just some little personal stuff about what happened to me. Now let's get on to the content stuff. I am thinking about doing live streams, gaming live streams to be exampled. Um, I might even do one tonight. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see first, because I don't know who's gonna be up. I'm also thinking about doing maybe some small skits just to keep the content up. I am still going to continue the episodes. It's just I want to take more of a break from that until I'm fully ready, until I'm fully capable of like showing you guys what I can do. Because right now I'm kind of getting editor's block right now. It's there, but then I don't know how to do it, or I don't know how to ideas. Artists know what that means, or like kind of basically. But yeah. But pretty much that's all that's happened. And I hope I can keep up content in the future. And I hope that to the person that I was once with before, I wish you well. And that I hope one day you can find peace. It will take time to heal, trust me. It did for me. But know that there will be good days for you. Because that's what happened to me too. It just takes the right person. Remember that you're not a bad person. You only made bad choices. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna call it a night. Maybe I might do another stream just to like, I don't know, play games. Or you know what? Can I go on Roblox now? Here, why not? Let's take a look. Is there anyone up right now? Let's see. Who can we call? Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. That was bad. No, no, no. I saw the blue blur on. I know I saw the blue blur on, dude. What is this? Okay, this dude's still. Um, nah, I'm gonna call it a night. Alright, good night.